The legendary Avatar is back in theaters. The wild final chapter of Stranger Things, the radioactive sequel to Fallout, and a new Knives Out mystery. Hey everyone, I know many are preparing for that big holiday movie tradition, and I totally support it. But December is packed with brand new releases we absolutely need to talk about. Stay tuned, friends. This is gonna be good. Stranger Things. I mean, who needs a reminder? But here's the scoop. We're finally getting the massive climax. The stakes are through the roof, and sacrifices are definitely gonna happen. They drop on December 25th with 3 brand new episodes. Then, the 8th and final episode, which is an epic, emotional 2-hour-plus watch, will hit screens on December 31st. Talk about a holiday gift from the Duffer Brothers. After all these years of theories, fan battles in the comments, and endless what-ifs, we deserve that painful but honest ending they promised. Avatar 3. James Cameron's audiovisual epic is back in theaters. The trailer showcases completely new locations, characters, and a seriously escalating conflict. A brand new tribe, the Ash People, is appearing on the horizon. They're described as darker, more aggressive inhabitants of Pandora. This hints at a confrontation, not just with humans, but a war between the different clans. Everything, as always, looks stunning, epic, and enormous in scope. The only lingering question is whether the script can measure up to the visuals. I hope Cameron's promises of interesting plot twists actually happen, especially since the runtime is once again over 3 hours. Honestly, even the most state-of-the-art CGI might not be enough to save a story that isn't coherent this time around. By the way, there's a strong chance that along with Avatar, we might get the first teaser for Avengers, or the 4th Spider-Man movie. You have to agree, that would be a sweet treat. Insiders have been buzzing about this for a while. Fallout Season 2. Amazon totally delivered. They kept their promise to drop Season 2 with lightning speed. Instead of the typical 2 or 3 year wait for modern flagship shows, this hit retro-futuristic story that exploded last year is coming right back. That dream trip to New Vegas, which the finale teased, is finally happening. Our friends will run into mutants, factions, political drama, and their own pasts. We're also getting flashbacks that will expose the truth about the Great War and the dark secrets of the vaults. This post-apocalyptic journey into the heart of chaos looks awesome, like a true nuclear thrill ride. The trailer promises more anarchy, bigger scale, black comedy, and tons of Easter eggs. It looks like Season 2 is going to be even more explosive. Wake Up Dead Man, a Knives Out mystery. Daniel Craig is returning as Benoit Blanc for another murder, complete with the usual star-studded cast and the signature wit of the detective franchise creator, Rian Johnson. In this new chapter, the eccentric investigator visits a church in a small, forgotten town. The suspects? A mixed bag of parishioners. Naturally, every single one of them is hiding a ton of secrets and motives. The trailer keeps its cards close to its chest, but it gives us that trademark funny but tense Knives Out vibe that absolutely nails the classic detective tropes. The 3rd installment looks really promising. The main thing is they don't go too far with the absurdity this time, unlike Glass Onion. Five Nights at Freddy's 2. The massive young fan base for the game, despite the first film being far from the best horror movie, helped it gross 8 times its budget. So following the Hollywood playbook, the sequel was fast-tracked. The new chapter of animatronic terror will take place a year later. Peace won't last long. A festival dedicated to the legendary pizzeria will pop up in the city. The robotic killers are leaving the building, and the combined mystery and Abby's escape will force our friends to save the child yet again, gradually uncovering the serial killer's dark secrets and the whole origin story of the animatronics. The sequel is promising bigger scale and a serious expansion of the lore, but honestly, we're hoping the plot finally catches up to the overall atmosphere. Plus, we're stuck with that PG-13 rating again, which is a total bummer for metallic monsters. Troll 2 kicking off December is the massive Scandinavian monster flick Troll. As is traditional for sequels, this second part is doubling down on everything from the 2023 original. Expect more scale, more chaos, more folklore, more humor, and a double dose of trolls. The ancient creature is returning to get revenge, and Norway's capital will be defended not just by the familiar faces, but by another troll. Think Godzilla vs. Kong, but with a Nordic twist. Overall, nothing groundbreaking. It's just a splash of local flavor wrapped in the package of a classic Hollywood blockbuster. Anaconda. The snake I remember as a horror staple from the VHS era is now being turned into a wild comedy. Two buddies, Paul Rudd and Jack Black, a duo worth buying a ticket for, are trying to live out an old dream, shooting their own Anaconda remake. As you can guess, the idea only sounds good on paper, so just like in Tropic Thunder, the team will have to face a genuine threat, a real, gigantic anaconda. At that point, the script gets tossed out, and the set descends into chaos, improvisation, and just trying not to become snake breakfast. In a nutshell, it's a huge comedic roller coaster. The Abandoned's Netflix is dragging us back to the Wild West, where survival usually depends on who handles a revolver best. The story centers on a showdown between two families, a wealthy one and a poor one, led by Gillian Anderson, who plays a greedy dark force, and Lena Headey, who's defending her new home alongside 4 adopted kids. What's on the line? A small piece of ridiculously expensive land. For a Western set in the 1850s, The Abandons looks a little too polished. But once those 2 charismatic, steel-willed women appear, the visual complaints disappear as tension, secrets, emotions, and conflicts permeate every single frame. The series looks expensive and high impact overall. It's probably a worthy contender among modern westerns, which are pretty rare. Emily in Paris, Season 5. The young American's adventures are still going. I have no idea what personal drama Lily Collins' character is dealing with now. The trailer confirms Emily is headed to Rome, where she's facing new complications, career hurdles, and naturally, relationship disasters. Generally, it seems like business as usual, although the creators are promising the most spectacular, romantic, and scandalous season yet. Percy Jackson and the Olympians, Season 2. The sequel is going to take you to the legendary Sea of Monsters. Percy and his friends will set out for the Golden Fleece to save Camp Half-Blood from a monster attack. It will be interesting to see if the series can avoid the same fate as its feature film predecessors, which never made it to the next adventure. And that does it for our list. Seriously, let me know in the comments what you're watching this month. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Thanks for tuning in, friends, and we'll catch you next week.